Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel, everyone. Today I am going to be reviewing A Wrinkle in Time, so if you want to hear my non-spoiler review for A Wrinkle in Time, stick around. Okay, let's get right into this. I just watched the movie within this past hour and I have a lot to say. I'm only going to be doing a non-spoiler review for this movie. Because I just have other things to do, and I don't think you necessarily need a spoiler review. What I would like to do with this is I'm going to try a new format where I'm primarily just going to talk about, this is for my non-spoiler reviews, but I'm going to talk about what I liked and what I didn't, not necessarily like, but just what didn't work for me. So I'm just going to jump right in. Something that I liked a lot was Storm Reid as Meg. I thought she was an excellent young actress, and I loved what I got to see from her. She did a very good job. There was a few points in the movie where she really got to shine. I thought that was great. I hope to see her get more work after this. The film isn't getting the best critical reviews, but I think something we can all take away from it is Storm Reid, and then some of the other things I'm about to talk about. But I think she did a great job. The next thing I really liked was Miss Which, Miss What's-It, and Miss Who, played by Oprah, Reese Witherspoon, and Mindy Kaling. And I loved them. I thought they were very dynamic, and they were very interesting to watch, from their costume design to the way they all acted, which was very different, and I think they pulled off being such abstract figures. I went into this movie, if I'm honest, not thinking I was going to like it, and I thought them three in particular were going to turn me away, but they were actually one of my favorite things. And I wanted to see more of them. I wanted them to go on the journey longer, but I thought they were a great addition, and I think you guys will like them a lot too. I mean, it's Oprah. The next thing I really liked, and I honestly think they're Oscar-worthy, visuals. Wow, this was a beautiful movie, and they keep calling Ava DuVernay a visionary, and in all the reviews that are on that she retweets and everything, it's all visionary, and I see that just within the visuals and how they told a story with what we saw on screen. I mean, the cinematography, the special effects, it was just so beautiful to watch. That's one of the best things about the movie is just how beautiful it was. And it left such a good taste in my mouth. It actually was one of the most redeeming qualities about the movie to me. And the movie is by no means bad. It's not the best movie I've ever seen. And it does have problems, but the visuals were outstanding. The next thing is the themes that the movie explored. And let me tell you, there are a lot of themes that this movie explored. The most obvious, and this is not a spoiler, it's actually one of the things that made me want to see the movie, was because they explored the theme of loving yourself. And we could all use a little bit of that. I mean, it was just beautiful in the way that it was done, but there was also some other themes, and I won't go over them because they can be a little bit spoilery, but all very touchy subjects, and I wish they could have spent more time on some of them, but it's good that they didn't, because the movie would have become unfocused. But I think what they were hinting at in terms of what all people deal with in all walks of life, it was very, very touching, and I liked it a lot, so I think you guys will like that too. And the last thing under what I really liked was just the actually it's not even the last thing, but I really liked the cast performances. I thought everyone did a very good job with their acting. There were moments when each of them had their chance to shine, and I was just very impressed. I mean, from the school principal to Storm Reid herself, they all did a very good job, and when they said things, I believed them. And it was a very abstract movie, and somehow the actors helped to make it feel grounded and good. It was just, I liked them a lot. And I hope that they all can get more work out of this too. because they were great. And Michael Pena was in there. I didn't know Michael Pena was going to be in this movie, and I didn't even recognize him when he was on the screen. And then I realized it during the credits. I was like, what? Michael Pena? Because I love Michael Pena. But also, the costume design is the last thing that I really, really liked. From the Misses with their costume designs to Storm Reed's costume designs versus the other characters around her. It was very well done and very colorful, and again, it fit with the visuals. It was just beautiful. I loved it. That could also be nominated for an Oscar, I'm assuming, when the time comes, or at least be in the consideration for a nomination. Because that's where Disney usually dominates in the Oscars, at least, is in those visual effects, costume design, production design categories. And I can see this movie really getting in there if they push for it. Now, what didn't work for me? The first thing, and this makes me really sad because I actually like Levi Miller a lot. I think he was good in Pan. Pan wasn't the best movie, and I recognize that, but when I saw it, I thought he was a good actor, and he hasn't gotten much work off of it, but I don't think that Levi Miller's character, Kelvin, was necessary to the story at all. And when you watch it, you will figure it out, but I just think if they, and I know he was in the book, and let me just tell you from this whole review, I mean, I haven't read the book, but you could have taken him out of the story and nothing would have been that different. And I also went in thinking that he was their sibling, and he wasn't, so that really threw me off, and I think that has something to do with it. But I just wish he could have had a bigger part, or he just wasn't there. And I feel bad, but that's just my take. The next thing I didn't like was where Derek McCabe, or Maccabees, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, he played Charles Wallace, Storm Reed's, who's Meg, her younger brother. I didn't like where his storyline went. And you will see when you watch the movie. I'm not going to give anything away, but I didn't like that. And it's probably have to do with the book, not the movie, but I think from a screenwriting perspective, it could have been handled a little bit better so it didn't feel so fake. It took me out a little bit, and it took the person who I went with out a little bit too. And also, there were some points in the movie where I was just downright confused. I thought they could have explained it a little bit better, or maybe just like what was going on. There was so much yelling or something at certain points, and I was like, what's happening? What was going on? Maybe that was just the dialogue, but yeah, again, this was a very abstract movie, and so I was trying to like stay grounded, and for the most part, I understood everything, but there were parts where I was just not sure what the heck, like what they were trying to do. But overall, I actually did like the movie. I just didn't love the movie, you know? And I think my old self, who didn't go into the movies judging every little tiny piece of it, would have liked it a little bit more. But, I mean, what can you do? I think it was overall a good movie-going experience, and I don't think I'll watch the movie again, at least not for a while. But if you have kids, I think that they should definitely go see this movie, especially because of the themes that it explores. And that brings me into my final thing, should you see this movie? If you want to see a adventure full of beautiful visual effects, and it's a Disney film with Oprah, then go see this movie right away. Especially if you want to see something that explores the themes that it does, especially the loving yourself one, because that's probably the most prominent theme. But I would not say you have to rush to go see it. You could probably wait until it comes out on streaming, or until it's free on HBO or Showtime or something like that if you own those channels. I just don't know if it's not the same type of movie that, say, a Star Wars film is, where you have to see it right away in a theater with, I mean, that is the kind, like, that's just a cultural thing, you know? But I don't think you'll admit there's not huge spoilers. I don't think there's anything that really should push you to see this movie unless you're interested in the things I just brought up. So, yeah. But thank you guys for watching my review of A Wrinkle in Time. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more of my reviews, more trailer reactions, which I do. Anything, really, if you just subscribe if you want to see more of me. Give this video a big thumbs up and comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of this movie, if you've already seen it, or if you want to go see it, if my review helped, please let me know. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.